There is a new email builder for WooCommerce that does everything that you need to easily create modern emails for your store. Introducing the updated drag and drop email builder by FunnelKit, the all-in-one solution that solves one of the biggest problems store owners face and have faced for far too long, creating better emails for WooCommerce. Our email builder allows you to convert the outdated emails that WooCommerce sends into beautiful designs that your customers are going to love. Save time with one of our pre-made designs or start from blank. Inside the email builder, everything is drag and drop. Similar to if you've ever used a page builder, you create your rows and your columns and then you drag and drop your blocks from the left over to the right to create your email designs. As everything happens within your WooCommerce store, you can quickly add images from your media library. Make edits in line, which is easier and allows you to create emails exactly the way that your customers are going to see them in your inbox. Adjust fonts and colors and use settings on the left to further customize each element. Within the email builder, you get access to general blocks, which are your text, image, and other general content blocks. And you also have access to these specific WooCommerce blocks, which we've carefully curated to ensure you can build all the types of emails for your store that you need to send to your customers. The product block allows you to insert a specific product from your store into an email with just a few clicks. But it can be adjusted to list products from a feed, such as your best-selling products, products based on a category filter, list related products, and so much more. The coupon block includes all the elements you need to make your coupon code pop in an email. Search for your code here and everything updates in your email automatically. No more copying and pasting codes into your emails manually. And check out the rest of these blocks: the order summary block, the customer address block, customer notes. Already, without much effort, we've managed to put together a beautiful customer order receipt email. The drag and drop email builder by FunnelKit is included inside of our amazing tool called FunnelKit Automations. FunnelKit Automations allows you, as the name suggests, to turn your store into an automation machine. And if you're already using FunnelKit Automations, you're going to love what we've done here. The email builder has been rebuilt from the ground up and is packed with so many new features, as well as big improvements to existing ones. Our pre-made layouts allow you to quickly insert templates for parts of your email, such as your header or a sales banner. Love a part of an email you've designed and want to reuse it in another email? Save it as a layout and then quickly insert it into another email without having to recreate it every time. There is so much to get excited about with this new email builder, and this intro can only do so much justice. So let me show you some of these new features in action by designing an email from blank using the new email builder. Here's what we'll do. On my screen right now is the default order receipt email that WooCommerce sends to your customers. And on the web, I've found this email template that I really like. Let's rebuild this template inside of FunnelKit Automations, and in doing so, you'll be able to see just how fast it is to create a seemingly complex design like this one in the new drag and drop email builder. And by doing this, you will also see just how easy it is for you to go out and find a design that you like and then recreate it in the builder yourself too. So with that said, let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do is create our automation that is going to send the email once somebody places an order in our store. So to do that, I'll go to FunnelKit Automations and then to Automations. I'll click Create Automation and then Start from Scratch. I'll name it Send Order Receipt and click Create. Then I'll select a trigger and I'll go to WooCommerce, and we're going to trigger this automation once somebody places an order and the order status changes. So we'll click Done and we'll click here. And we'll set the automation to start when somebody's order changes into processing, which means we've taken their payment successfully. This is going to trigger when somebody buys any product from our store, and a customer can buy multiple times from our website, so we want them to be allowed to enter this automation multiple times. And I'll click Save. Then we'll add an action where we send an email, and I'll click Done. We'll send this email to the email address our customer enters on our checkout form. The subject, I'll say thank you for your order. We can start designing our email using the new email builder. So to launch the builder, we'll click Start. And And as you can see, we could start with one of the pre-made designs that comes with FunnelKit Automations. So if I go through here, you can see there's all these different templates here for different types of emails that your store would need to send for cross-selling products and sale announcements, new product launches, customer win-back, all of these ones here. And you'll also notice that there are these two here for auto notification. So if we hover and click preview, this template here looks a lot like this email that we're going to be recreating today. So if we wanted to use this template, we could click import this template and then start customizing it in the builder. But for today's video, we're not going to be using this template here. We're actually going to come up and click start from blank. And we're going to design this email from scratch, not only so that you can understand how the interface works, but also to give you the confidence to open up this blank page and recreate any email that you want to create for your store. So the first thing that we need to do is build this header, which will have an image for our logo and a heading. So if I go over to here, we have our row, and inside of here, we have our section. So with our section selected, let's go down to our background color, and we'll set this to our charcoal color. And then I'll exit out of editing that. And then under blocks, we will drag in an image. And I'll click upload image. I'll select my logo and click select image. And I'll scale that down to 50%. And then we will add a text block, and I'll write order confirmation. And I'll select that text, and then over here, I'll change its color to be white. We will center the text, and then let's increase the font size to 27 pixels. I'll change the font family for this heading to Georgia, and I'll add some padding on the top, and then I'll go back to our section, and I'll increase the padding here as well. So that's our header complete. Let's go ahead and do this next section. So if I click over to here, you can see we have a row, and then inside of that row, we have a section, and within that section, there is 2 columns. And we can see that over here as well. So we could delete a column by clicking over here, or we could come over to here as well and go up there and click delete. So we'll drag a text block into our column, paste in our text, space that out, and then we need to update this to dynamically change to the customer's first name. So to do that, we're going to use merge tags. So I'll get rid of that. And then over here, we'll go merge tag. And then under contact's first name, we will click the settings icon. And then we will copy the merge tag and we will paste that in there. We will center the text. And then we'll add some spacing on the top. And we'll change the padding on the bottom as well. Next, we will add our spacer block under that. We'll make it 100% of the width, and we'll change its color to be a lighter gray. On the template that we're recreating today, you can see that on the left side and on the right side, there's quite a bit of spacing there. And it goes all the way down the email. So back in our design, let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to do that on the section so that all of the different blocks inside of the section get that padding on the left and right applied automatically. So with the section selected, I'll go down here, and for the right, we could try 40. And then on the left, we'll try 40 as well. So the next section that we will design is this one here, the order summary, with the order number, the order date, what the customer purchased, and the payment information. Inside the email builder under blocks, you'll notice that there's 2 categories. The first category of blocks is general, which is what we've been using, and under that we have our WooCommerce blocks. Over here we have our order summary, so if we drag this into the page and scroll down, you can see that this order summary block has all the information that we're needing to add for this section. We have the order date, the order ID, the payment method used, a summary of what the customer purchased, and all the totals at the bottom. And as a side note, how much better does this look versus the email your customers get by default from WooCommerce, where the order summary looks like this? This just feels so much more modern and trustworthy, and is what you want to be sending your customers after they spend money in your store. Now, I really like how this is all laid out, where we have these 3 different columns up the top here. I think it looks nice and neat, and again, very modern and what people are expecting to see in their inbox. But to showcase how flexible this email builder is, we will go ahead and recreate this top section up here like so. So with our order summary block selected, on the left-hand side, we have the settings. And if we go over here, we can toggle on and off different components. So I'll toggle off the order date and the order ID. And then above that, we will add a text block here, add the text order number with a hash, and then to dynamically output the order ID, I'll insert a merge tag, and then under order, I'll search for the order number, and I'll copy that, and I'll paste that in there. And then in here, we will remove that, and then we will insert a new merge tag and go to order, and we will search for date. And then here for our order date merge tag, I'll click on the settings icon. And then from here, we can select how we want that date to be output. So I'll choose the first option here, and then down here, I'll click copy, and then over here, I will paste. In the template we're recreating, you can see that after the date, we have a comma. So all we need to do is after the month here, we can do a comma. And now we can move on to styling. So for the order number, we will center this, and then we will make the text bold, and I'll increase its font size just a little bit. For the order date, we will center that, and then I'll select all the text here, and we will change its text color to be a lighter gray. Then we will add some padding on the top, and for the date, we will add some more padding on the bottom. And I'll make this just a little bit smaller in font size. And on the order number, I will remove the padding on the bottom just to bring those two blocks closer together. I did just notice that the order summary here has a bit of padding on the left and right, so it doesn't quite line up with the other blocks here. So I'm going to click on this and then unlock it here, and the padding on the right I'll set to 0, and then the padding on the left I'll set to 0. With the email template that we're recreating today, you can see that under the order totals, there's a heading that says payment info, then there's a separator under that, and then it lists the payment method that the customer uses to purchase their order. And previously with our order summary block, when we were turning off the order date and the order ID, I kept this enabled. What we're going to do now is disable the payment method from the order summary block, and I'm going to show you how to recreate that in the template using merge tags. So to do that, we'll exit out of editing the order summary, and we will get a text block and drag that into the page, and the heading will say payment info. And then up here, I'm going to duplicate this separator. And then over here, I'm going to use the 6 dots, which represents the handle for the block. I'm going to use that to drag that block down here. Then we will add another text block under that. And then here, I will click to merge tags, and I will search for my order payment method merge tag. So I'll copy that, and then I'll paste that in here. All that's left to do now is fix up the styling. So with this text block here, I'm going to make this bold. I'm going to set the padding on the bottom to 0 and add some top padding. And then on the separator, I'm going to set the top padding to 5, and I'll make this font size just a little bit smaller. And what we just did with the order summary block, where we dragged that into the page, disabled a couple of elements, and then rebuilt them for the order number, order date, and payment method using the merge tags, that really just showcases why this email builder is so powerful. It's drag and drop and is incredible out of the box, but if you want those advanced features and more control over the finer details of your design, you have the ability there. It's all possible here within that builder, as you've just seen. So back in our reference design now, let's go ahead and add our shipping address, the customer's details, and the order notes. To do that, we'll go back to our blocks, and then under WooCommerce, we have our customer address block. So let's drag and drop that at the bottom of our email. Then let's add some padding on the top, and remove the padding from the right, and remove the padding on the left. Returning to our blocks, under WooCommerce, we have our customer notes block. So let's drag and drop that into our email, and we will add some padding on the top and remove the padding from the right, and also remove it from the left. We're getting very close now, just a couple more sections to complete. This next section is so our customers can click to check their order status. So let's come up to our spacer here and duplicate it, and then drag it down the bottom here, and then exit out of that, and we'll drag a text block underneath, and we'll enter our text. Then under that, we will add a button block, and this will say view order status, and we'll link this button to the order confirmation page. So that's a merge tag. So we'll go to merge tags, and then under order, we could find it here, but I will search up here. So I'll go confirmation, order confirmation page URL. I'll copy that merge tag, and then with our button block selected, I'll go over to the link icon and click, and I'll paste in our merge tag, and then click add link. And that will dynamically output the URL for this order. Then under that, we will add a text block, and I'll paste in the text. Then let's add some spacing, and we'll clean up the styling. So this separator, let's add some padding on the top, and we'll also increase it on the bottom. Our text here, let's center align it, and same with the text at the bottom here. And on our button, we can update the background color. So I'll set it to our charcoal color. And then for the container padding, I will add some padding on the top and also some more padding on the bottom. Our next section is the gray box for the coupon code. So going back to our blocks and under WooCommerce, we have a coupon code block. If we drag that into our design and scroll down, you can see that a lot of the hard work is done for us. Everything that we need for this particular element is output on the page automatically. With the coupon block selected, let's go through some of the settings. So here, preview content, you can see we can enable and disable elements within this block, just like we could with the order summary block. We need all of these elements today, so I'm not going to disable any of them now. The next setting I want to show you is the coupon type. So there's two different options here, store-wide or automation. Your store-wide coupons are the coupon codes that you create in WooCommerce under marketing and coupons. For example, I have a coupon here that gives people 10% off their cart, and the coupon code is SAVE10. So here, if I searched for SAVE10, there it is there, and when I click, it updates the block in our email template. This second option here allows you to select coupon codes that are dynamically created from within this automation inside of FunnelKit Automations. We're not currently doing that for today's example, but that option is there, and that allows you to send a unique coupon code for each person in your store. Coming down, we go to the style settings. And we can firstly style the coupon code. And for today's example, we want to remove the border radius, increase the padding on the top and bottom just a little bit. And then we want to make this text bold and increase its font size to maybe something like 20 pixels. For our button, we will change the background color to be our charcoal color that we've been using. The text will say shop now. And if we move over to the options for the button styles, we will increase the padding on the top a little bit and then also on the bottom a little bit. And we'll link the button to our shop URL on our website. So I'll just put that in there and click add link. So that's a coupon block complete. Let's move back to our heading here and just adjust the styling. So I might make this 27. And while not necessary, I think it's good to change the font here to show you how you could do that. So with our coupon code block selected here, we can change the font family for the entire block. So if I change this to Georgia, everything inside there changes, but I only want to change the heading. So what we'll do is we'll click back here on our reset global value, which returns it to our global font, which is Arial. And then here under preview content, I will disable the heading. And then let's return to our blocks, and I'll drag a text block above it. And here I'll add our text. And then we want to bold this text. We want to center align it, change its font family to be Georgia. And also we're going to increase the font size to 27. Again, that's another great example of how using existing blocks allows you to build this template fast, but if you want further advanced customization, you can disable elements and then add them back in using individual blocks like this text block here to create your perfect design. So the last thing that we need to do is put all of this in a gray box. If we click on the coupon code box here, we don't have any background color settings. And then on our text block, we don't have that either. So we need to put them within a section. So if we exit out of this and then go over to structure, let's drag this in and drop it at the bottom of the page. And coming down, so now we have our row, and then inside of our row, we have our new section. And inside of our section, we have our column. On our column, we can set a background color. So I will set this to be a light gray. And then all we need to do is get each of these blocks and drag them into that column. So I'll drop that there. And then our coupon block, I will drag that into there as well. The last thing we want to do is on that column, we want to add some padding all around it. So with our coupon block selected, this first icon here, if we click, this is where we can start going up the levels of our layout. So currently we have a block selected, and if we click here, we could go up one level and get its parent column, or we could go up another level to the section, or up even further to the top level, which would be the row. For now, we just want to go up one level, so I'll click to select the column, and then over here, we'll add our padding. And I'll just do 40 all the way around. And then I will click on the section, and then on the right, I will add 40, and on the left, I will add 40. And now that aligns the edges to the rest of the content in the email that we've been designing today. I nearly missed this terms and conditions text here, which is very easy to add. All we need to do is drag a text block under there, paste in the text, center align it, and then select the text, make its font size a little bit smaller, and adjust its color to be a lighter gray color. We're up to the final part of our email here, the footer, and this is going to take hardly any time at all. The first thing that we need to do is go over to structure and add a new section into our row, and then inside of here, we will go into our blocks, and I'll add a text block. This will say browse, and then under that, we're going to insert a menu block. This will say shop, and with it selected, I will link it to my shop page and click add link. The next item will say about, and I'll link this one to my about page. Lastly is the contact. No surprises, we're going to link that to the contact page. For our menu block, we also have the option to enable a separator. We can change the color of our separator to be our light gray color, and then we can space out the items here by increasing the padding on the right and then also on the left. If we click on a menu item and adjust its text color to a gray color, that adjusts the color of all the menu items. And we'll also do the same here for our browse text, and we'll update that to be the same gray color. And while we're here, we will center that and also make the font size a little bit smaller. On our menu, let's scroll all the way down to the bottom and add some padding on top to space them out. Then let's duplicate this here and we'll drag that below our menu. And this will say connect, and we'll add some padding up the top. And then under that, we're going to insert our social block. And we want Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So I'll remove these two here. And then I'll click the plus sign. I'll select Twitter, or X as it's now known, and drag that up there. And then under style, we have quite a few options here. The closest one would be the circle black. We'll scale them down, space them out. Then under that, I'm going to add another menu block, and we'll just have the one link here, and the text will say that, and we're going to link it to that same URL, and press add link. We'll add some spacing up the top, highlight the text, and scale it down to 14 pixels, and then under that, we will insert a text block, add our text, select it all, and we'll decrease the font size to 14 pixels. We will center align it. With the text highlighted, we will also adjust its color to be a light gray color, and we'll add just a little padding on the top. A few very small details to tidy up here. I'm going to decrease this down to 13 pixels, and then same with this one as well. And with our social block, I didn't hyperlink the social icons. So we would click on the icon and then click on the link, and we'd put in the URL here. I'm not going to do that because obviously this is a demo website. Now, the last thing that I want to show you how to do is related to this coupon code field. So imagine somebody buys from our website and we send them a 10% off coupon code. If they buy again, we don't just want to keep sending them a 10% off coupon code in most cases. So we only want to send this if this is this person's first order. So we need to add some conditions. Now, when you click on a block, you can add a display condition. If you click on a column, you do not get that option. If we click on a section, we do get the option. We could add a condition and add a new condition, and it's going to be based on the order, and the order total is equal to 1. So it is the customer's first order, and we'll click save. On the left-hand side, we can now see that condition set. And also in the interface, we get this lightning bolt here that lets us know this element has condition set. And now we've managed to adjust our email and get it exactly how we work in terms of functionality, looks, and features. And that is our email all complete. So we could click here to preview and test it, but I thought it'd be really good to show you what this looks like after we place an order in our store and receive this into our inbox. So let's go ahead and save our email. And then over here, I'll click the back button to exit out of the block editor. And I'll click save and close. And then let's activate our automation so that when we place our order, we enter this automation and receive the email that we just designed in the block editor. So I've got some products in my cart and I'm going to go down and click to place my order. And with that complete, we've entered the automation and received our order receipt email. And here's that email in my inbox looking exactly as we designed it in the block editor, with all of our merge tags outputting the customer's information, showing all of our shipping and billing details, our coupon block, and our footer. And just as a reminder, this email here is replacing this email that WooCommerce sends by default to your customers when they buy from your store. And as you'll agree, what we've designed today is a big improvement on this email template that WooCommerce sends by default. And just on that, you obviously don't want to send the default WooCommerce order receipt email and that new one that we're sending from our automation. So to disable the email WooCommerce sends by default, in our dashboard, we'll go to WooCommerce and then to settings, click on emails, and then we'll click on new order, and we'll disable that email notification, scroll down, save the changes. And going back to emails here, by doing what we've covered in today's video, you could go through all of these different emails that WooCommerce sends and replace them with emails sent from FunnelKit Automations within Automations. And in doing so, all of these default boring emails could be turned into ones that you can build using the builder that I've shown you today. So what are you waiting for? Jump into FunnelKit Automations, create an email yourself to test out all the new and improved features, and finally create the WooCommerce emails you've always wanted for your brand and your store. With a well thought out user interface, professionally designed and useful blocks, and many time-saving features, you're only minutes away from creating the modern, clean, and trustworthy emails that your customers expect to see in their inbox from your business. Our amazing email builder is just one of the many powerful features included with FunnelKit. Other features include the ability for you to design high-converting checkout pages, easily add one-click upsells to boost your average order value, and so much more. To start making more profit with your store, head to our pricing page to see our current deals.